Hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with Rod and Jan Doerr. They are the 2022 JDRF One Walk event chairs. Rod and Jan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
This walk is coming up on October 2nd, but my first question to you both is, tell me about your personal connection and why this is important. Why are you the event chairs?
Well, our youngest son, who will be 21 in just a few days, was 2.5 when he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And I'm telling you, JDRF helped keep my sanity, first of all.
Yeah.
And he, just a little bit about how he was diagnosed. He was constantly asking for, refills on his sippy cup, and he wanted to be held a lot more than our two oldest sons. And when I'd pick him up, he just felt light, just not, just felt light. So I took him in, and they did his blood work, and the actual doctor called me back and told us to go right into the hospital, and we were admitted for 4 days, and he's doing quite well now. So
Yeah.
and that's a lot to do with thinking JDRF, because of all their research. He has a pump, and he can see his number on his phone, and he also has an iWatch he can see his number on, because it's a habit that he had to get into.
Sure.
Driving, to look to see what his number was, that he was a good number before he got behind that steering wheel, because it's very important for that. It's just it's life-changing, and
Yeah.
I no more finger pokes for him. Again, thank you to JDRF. It's just amazing what the research has done over the years.
Yeah, because I'm sure 21 years ago, I mean, a lot has changed and expanded. And also, I mean, going back to, as you're holding your toddler, as a mom, you just
Yeah.
kind of know that this is not right, especially having two older ones. But going back to how things have changed, and where he's at now and what's available to him. But again, as a family, that kind of shakes up your world.
Oh, definitely. I mean, constantly checking blood sugars, making sure you have the insulin with you. I mean, even if you want to go to dinner or the zoo, that you have that, and and back then we were told it needed to be chilled. So, it makes a big difference. He's a trooper, and any child that's diagnosed with this, they are so incredibly brave, and I'm just so incredibly proud of all of them, because it is a life changer for gym class, for snacks that used to be brought in for birthdays. I mean, it's just it's life changing.
Yeah. And Rod, do you want to speak a little bit to the mission of JDRF and kind of your experience as well?
Oh, certainly. It's been a real honor to participate on the board for JDRF here locally, and to be asked, Jan and I, to be asked to chair the walk this year. We accept it as a real honor. JDRF is just a really phenomenal organization. I've been on other boards, and this board is true to its mission. They are the largest fundraiser and funder of type 1 diabetes research. The work that they have done over the last 25 years is just words really can't describe. The breakthrough therapies that their funding has developed, some of the things that are very, very near, just around the corner, in beta cell transplant plants, and it's those cells in our bodies that produce the insulin that we all need to survive. The work that they are doing with some of the therapeutics. Jan described the continuous glucose monitor and the pump that Brady is on, and how now those two communicate. All of that would not have occurred without JDRF's efforts.
Yeah.
And those efforts take money. And our primary mission, of course, is to fundraise so that work can continue. It truly is a phenomenal organization.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for coming and talking to me about this, because I know, I mean, I don't have a personal um connection, but just, I mean, just hearing you, I just know that you need a support system like this, um and your family is impacted. And talking, going into a little bit about the walk, this is a great way for everybody to come together and raise funds, raise awareness, um, for JDRF. So let's talk just a little bit about the walk, and what can people do to get involved?
There's many ways that people can get involved. There's large numbers of families that have or know people that have been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes that support the walk. In other words, they actually get involved, and there's multiple ways to get involved. You could simply help fund a team
Yeah,
or actually participate in the walk on October 2nd out at Mahoney Park. It's a great, fun group of people, and there's not a one that won't describe their experience with type 1, and it's a great group of people to really network with. Other ways, companies support JDRF through this walk experience. Local communities have gotten involved, and other organizations. It truly is really a team effort, if you will, in
yeah,
helping to develop funds. It's a fun group.
And also I want to add that it's a great fundraiser, but it's also great support. I mean, kids will meet other kids out there that have the same thing they have. They're not alone out in the world, because there's all ages of them. And, I mean, a lot of times, the kids will ask the other kids, well, how old were you when you were diagnosed? And it's not just a fundraiser. It
yeah.
feels more like a support group also out there. I
Indeed.
feel like it anyway.
Indeed.
Yeah. And one of the, I mean, I've been to this walk actually many times, and you're getting to know each other, and it's also just a celebration. In the past there's been, food trucks or balloons, and I mean, there's a lot of things going on as well in Mahoney State Park. My goodness, what a wonderful place to have a walk. It's beautiful, and it's spacious. And looks like it starts at 11:30 for I mean, it is festivities. There are things happening.
Absolutely. So gates open early, 11:30 is start. The walk will actually start at 1 o'clock, and early October, Mahoney State Park is beautiful. Leaves probably will be changing that
Yep.
time of year, so it's a very nice afternoon out in the park.
And
How
if they're,
long is the walk? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
that's okay.
Is it a mile? Is it a couple miles?
Well, there are different paths.
Right.
Okay.
Some shorter, some longer. I think the longest is 2 or perhaps 2.5 miles.
Okay.
And you don't even, I mean, if you don't feel like participating or getting to Mahoney State Park, I mean, you can still donate, or you can even
Okay.
register your family at walk.jdrf.org/Omaha. I mean, even if you just want to donate to it,
Yep.
or if you want to register your whole family, or even just register, a couple members of your family,
Sure.
it's a great event.
Yeah, and also I think you had mentioned too, if you're working by, the people you work with want to come out and walk. It's just a great walk at a perfect time of year. So we are almost out of time, but I just want to leave you with any final words that you'd like to add.
At the end of the day, it's all about community, and
Yeah.
the power of groups of people has always amazed me. And when that power is directed at solving something that is near and dear to many's hearts, we can do it. And I really do believe we are close to a cure, but it does take funds so that we can hire the scientists required to conquer this terrible disease.
Yeah. Any last words from you, Jan?
Just thank you. Thank you for allowing us to even get word out there in a different way. I mean, it just
Absolutely.
it's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we hope to see everybody watching this. We hope to see you on October 2nd. It's going to be a great day for a great cause. So again, Jan, Rod, thank you so much for taking the time and joining me, and looking forward to seeing you on the 2nd. So
Thank you.
Thank you for talking with us.
you're welcome.